long do you give your brand, how much time to know whether or not you've nailed it?
Well, I think that's a really great question. Time is a really interesting question, of course. But I think in terms of your brand and nailing it, you want to make sure that it's causing curiosity, it's causing surprise and delight, and it's also bringing value. So there's certain elements that it has to do. And if it's not doing that, it needs to get tweaked. People often think that Nike just do it happened overnight. Or like one person wrote, just do it. That was like a team of about 35 people and looking at what Nike really stands for and what Nike was all about, and then melting it down into the most simplest 3 words. Yeah, that was a 3-word. A lot of times 3-word titles or really short expressions are what causes the attention for people. It's kind of hard to explain, really, but you know when you land on something and it lights you up. Like if you light up over a concept or an idea or a phrase or a saying, it's pretty spot on. And you can test that in the marketplace as well. So you can go out and say it to somebody or say it to a group of people and see what they do and see how they respond. I mean, I think a lot of marketing, as well as, when you're looking at your brand and how your brand lands for people, because there's so many different ways to do something. And I think people get stuck on, I have to do it the way, Elon Musk did it in order to be successful. And it's just not true. There's a million ways to do something. There's a million ways to say it. There's a million ways to be about it. But when you really have it dialed in is when it totally lands for you. And when you say it, it lands for other people. When they see it, it's like, oh, that's really interesting. I want to know more. I want to get closer to that person, or I want to find out what they're really doing. That's when you know you've landed on something. If it's just like,
Yeah, you don't want that kind of reaction. You want, ooh, you want excitement. You want enthusiasm.
Exactly. It's kind of like, you used to call it the wow factor. I call it the kapow factor. It's got to be even bigger an emotional response than ever before, because we have, I think it's 2 billion websites. I don't know how many podcasts we have, but we have a lot and growing, right? And so it's like, how do I capture that attention in the marketplace? And that's what a really brilliant brand actually does. You stand out, you distinguish yourself from everyone else.